Welcome back for another episode of the Sports Playbook, where I'll give you a rundown of what's been happening in the world of sport over the last 7 days in 15 minutes. You're joined by your host, D-Moz. Yes, I was away from the microphone last week. My ears decided to have a bit of a holiday, and one of them decided to have a burst eardrum. So I was given a bit of bed rest duties, but almost back to 100%, so I thought may as well give you a podcast this week. The clock is ticking and we have some headlines to cover, so you know the drill. Let's get right into it. In netball, the Swifts take out the Sydney Derby and remain undefeated in season 2025. In the 19th Sydney Derby, the Swifts faced their crosstown rivals, the Giants, who were looking to cause an upset against the undefeated Swifts. In the opening 2 quarters, the Giants held strong and went into the break down by 3. But Grace Wecke shut down the Giants, shooting 64 from 67 attempts, and Tegan O'Shaughnessy had her second MVP performance of the season, with 8 deflections, 5 gains, and 4 intercepts. The Swifts have won the last 6 games and remain undefeated in season 2025. They're on top of the ladder, followed by the Sunshine Coast Lightning in second place, the West Coast Fever, and the Adelaide Thunderbirds rounding out the top 4. In the other games, the Lightning stamped their authority on the Melbourne Vixens, defeating them 62-50. And post-match, Vixens head coach Simone McInnes announced that she'll be stepping down as head coach of the Melbourne Vixens after 13 seasons as the head coach. She even said post-match that the Vixens weren't really clicking and gelling, so they might just need to go to the pub, which quite Australian, but I think it was a great one-liner there. The West Coast Fever proved far too strong against the Adelaide Thunderbirds, defeating them 67-61, and the Mavericks took down the Firebirds down in Hobart 71-64, with the Mavericks goal shooter Simona Jock shooting at 61 for 61, 100% accuracy. Liv Lewis also notched up 5 blocks against Firebirds shooter Mary Chalock. In the A-League, the Central Coast Mariners take out the Women's A-League title. In enemy territory in Melbourne, up against the Melbourne Victory, the Mariners were able to win their first title since the Mariners returned to the league after a 14-year hiatus. The match went into extra time and both sides were locked up 1 apiece, but the Mariners got the job done 5-4 on penalties to complete their fairy tale. In front of a 6,500 crowd in Melbourne, injured Matilda's captain, Sam Kerr, watched on with a close eye in this contest. In the NRL, the New South Wales Blues take out the Women's State of Origin series in Sydney. On a soaking wet Thursday night, both sides lined up in front of a brave and passionate 16,000 strong crowd at Allianz Stadium. Olivia Koenig, the Blues lock forward, proves why she is one of the best players in the NRLW and why she won the 2024 Dally M Player of the Year in an amazing performance. 35 tackles, 236 running metres, 10 tackle busts, 2 tries and a try assist. What can't this athlete do? The Blues defence was solid all night and they went on to win the match 26-6. For the Blues, it's their first Origin Series win since the 3-game series was introduced in 2024, and it's the first time the Shield will return back to New South Wales since 2022. For Queensland, they will look to regather themselves against the Blues in Game 3 in Newcastle on the 29th of May. In the NRL, the Maroons and Blues Squad have been chosen for Game 1. Finally, we don't need to listen to every Tom, Dick and Harry about their State of Origin team predictions because Laurie Daly, the New South Wales Blues coach, and Billy Slater, the Queensland coach, have come out and chosen their sides for Game 1. For the Maroons, there will be 3 players that are making their debuts for the team. Roosters centre Robert Toyer, Storm forward Trent Liera, and Titans forward Beau Firma. For the Blues, only 1 player will make their debut, but it's well deserved. It's Bulldogs prop Max King. Mitch Moses got the nod ahead of Jerome Luai for the 5'8", which is the number 6 position. He will partner with Nathan Cleary in the halves, returning after missing out on the 2024 series. Both sides are in camp now and are preparing for Game 1, which will be held in Brisbane on Wednesday, the 28th of May. In the NBA, the New York Knicks break a 25-year drought. The New York Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals after thrashing the Boston Celtics in Game 6 at Madison Square Garden, 119-81. The Knicks will go on to face the Indiana Pacers in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're to be held on Thursday, the 22nd of May. The Celtics were without their star Jason Tatum after he ruptured his Achilles in Game 4 of the conference. In the Western Conference, Oklahoma City Thunder, otherwise known as OKC, cemented their spot in the finals with a win in Game 7 up against the Denver Nuggets, 125-93. With the win, they become the youngest team to make the Western Conference Finals in NBA history. They will play their first match against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday, the 21st of May. In the AFL, the West Coast Eagles break an 11-game losing streak to honour an Eagles legend. The West Coast Eagles pulled off an emotional win against St Kilda on Sunday evening in front of their home fans. They won the match 108-80 to get their first victory of 2025. It was a heartbreaking 36 hours though in the lead up to the match, with a sudden passing of West Coast legend Adam Selwood. Adam was a part of the West Coast Eagles 2006 Premiership side, and my condolences go out to the Selwood family in a devastating time. It's a really timely reminder that if you're struggling at this time, please don't feel afraid to reach out, speak to a friend, a colleague, a family member, or whoever you feel comfortable with. There are multiple services such as Lifeline, Beyond Blue, Men's Line, and Headspace, just to name a few. So please don't feel afraid to speak up and have an important conversation if you need it. And with that, we'll take a short break and get into the Burning Rubber Breakdown. It's time for the Burning Rubber Breakdown. Let's burn it up. In Formula 1, Max Verstappen takes his second win of the season at the Imola Grand Prix. Max Verstappen. For those that don't understand that reference, Max represented in a GT3 category in his own racing car, that's maxverstappen.com racing, and he appeared with the alias name of Franz Hermann, so that's where he gets his name from. Piastri started on pole and looks like he would get the lead into turn 2. But around the outside, Verstappen outbraked the Australian and sailed around the outside of the track to take the lead of the Grand Prix. Red Bull had the pace over McLaren, and Verstappen ran away with it and took his 65th Grand Prix victory. For the Tifosi, which for those that don't know, this is the name of the Ferrari fan club, Formula 1, they were able to see their new recruit, Lewis Hamilton, finish the Grand Prix in 4th place. For Piastri, he still holds on to that championship lead by 13 points to his teammate, Lando Norris. With Verstappen only 22 points off Piastri at the front, it's sure to create a great championship with at least 3 to 4 contenders fighting out for the rest of the series. And in IndyCar, Robert Schwartzman and the new team Prema Racing claimed pole in the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. The Italian outfit Prema Racing joined IndyCar this year. They are better known for winning championships in the lower categories of European racing, otherwise known as F2, F3, and it's a way for youngsters to get their start in Formula 1. Charles Leclerc actually raced for Prema Racing back in 2017 and won the championship with them. 3-time V8 Supercar champion Scott McLaughlin will start from 10th after a horrible crash before the top 12 qualifying. He will be racing in the spare Team Penske chassis after the car was destroyed in the crash. His teammates Will Power and Joseph Newgarden will be racing from P11 and P12 after they were both found to have breached the rules via a illegal modification with the rear of the car. That is the end of the Burning Rubber breakdown, and now it's time to get into your fast fact for a pub chat. It's time to pull yourself a chair and pour yourself a drink. It's this week's fast fact for a pub chat, and it'll be centred around State of Origin. Did you know that not all games of State of Origin have been played in Australia? In 1987, the first and only time it's been played outside of Australia, the game was taken to Long Beach, California. The Blues won 30-18, and the game didn't count towards the series as it was counted as an exhibition match and a chance to showcase the sport in a new market. That is your fast fact for a pub chat, and now it's time for 3 games I'm looking forward to this weekend. In football, it's the Women's Champions League final. It's Arsenal taking on Barcelona on Sunday the 25th of May at 2 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. For those that are looking to watch, it will be streamed on either DAZN or KO Sports. Can Arsenal seal the deal, or will it be Barcelona that get the chocolates on the grandest stage? In AFL, the Hawks will take on the Brisbane Lions at the MCG. Both teams are coming off losses in round 10, so both will look to stake their claim in the top 4 of the AFL competition. Finally, in Formula 1, it's the jewel in the crown, it's the Monaco Grand Prix. For Leclerc and Ferrari fans, they will be hoping that the home driver can recreate that 2024 magic and be up the front of this Grand Prix. For McLaren, they will likely be up the front along with Red Bull, and all eyes will turn to Saturday qualifying as it's a tight and technical circuit, and qualifying is crucial to getting a Sunday Grand Prix victory. For F1, they have mandated that all drivers will make at least 2 pit stops in this race, regardless of weather conditions. This will really change up the strategy, and it'll be one to watch if you're watching the broadcast. This will also be streamed on KO Sports if you're looking to watch. The race will be on Sunday the 25th of May, and it will start at 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next play.